everybody, and welcome back to Lindsay's Little Library. So I'm here today because it's BookList Thursday. Something to do with Sarah over at Sarah's Nightstand. We come to you every Thursday with some sort of book thoughts, ideas, recommendations, opinions, thoughts. I mean, you get it if you've been here before. If you're new, welcome aboard. There's a whole bunch of them. So today we're going to talk about books that we think should be made into some sort of adaptation, whether it's movie or series or mini series, I don't know, something like that. So I have 5 books here that I think would be so awesome to see come to life. First one, In the Holidays by Christina Lauren. I have my sights set on you, Hallmark. I feel like there's a gem here. I already know who can play who can play whom, I already know what actors and actresses to pick. I mean, you only have like 5, right? But anyways, I think this would be fantastic. So it's Christmas time. We have Malin Jones. She is not excited for the holiday season. I'm telling you, Hallmark, this is your thing. She's living with her parents, doesn't have the best job, has made quite an epic romantic error. And worst of all, this is the last Christmas that she is going to be at her very favorite place in the world. So there's a cabin in Utah that her family has spent the holidays with every year since she's been born, along with 2 other beloved families. So there's 3 separate families that go to this cabin in Utah every single Christmas, and they have so many fond memories of it. So mentally melting down as she drives away from the cabin for the final time, she throws out what she thinks is a simple plea to the universe: please show me what will make me happy. The next thing she knows, tires screech, metal collides, everything goes black, and when she wakes up, she's on the airplane, bound for Utah, where she starts the whole entire holiday all over again. So Groundhog's Day meets Hallmark Christmas movie in the holidays. Be fantastic. It's gonna be great. Jane Seymour can be her mom. Candace Cameron Bure can play her. So I got it all figured out. Just call me. Next one that I think would make a really great series is The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. So this follows Avery. She's just trying to survive high school. Her parents are no longer with us. She is technically living with her sister, but it's not all that great. So sometimes she lives in her car, and she gets this notice that basically she has inherited this very rich person's estate. She doesn't know who this person is, what this is all about. She goes to the reading of the will and finds out it's all going to her, not his children, not his grandchildren. It's all going to her. She just has to live in this mansion with all of these people for a year, and it's hers. But this person is, Tobias Hawthorne is his name. He is like the master at games or riddles and stuff like that. So there's all kinds of games and problems to solve and mysteries to solve within the book, and it's fantastic. I think it would be a really good series considering the book is a series. So I mean, you can go pretty far with it. Next one, I'm thinking comedy. I think it'd be hilarious. Finley Donovan's killing it by Elle Cosimino. This one, so she is an author of like mystery thriller novels, and she's meeting her agent, and she's explaining, her name is Finley Donovan, obviously. She is explaining to her agent kind of the premise of her next book. The person sitting at Panera by her thinks that she's a like hired hitman based upon this description. And this person leaves a note basically hiring her. And Finley Donovan is in a position where she's like, ugh, could really use the money. So she kind of gets roped into some things. And it's hilarious. It's hilarious. It is so perfect. So perfect. Could be a show. Could be a movie. I mean, any of those. It'd be fantastic. Next one I want to see, I'm thinking in a movie, is kind of a creepy one. We have Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. So we have a house that is apparently haunted Bells ring themselves, record players just turn on, ghosts climb out of wardrobes. But Maggie doesn't really believe any of this. Even though these details are written out for her in a book that her father wrote about a specific house that she lived in for a period of time when she was younger. So she ends up coming back to this house called the House of Horrors, and kind of has to face what exactly is reality. Was the story that her dad told really true? Was it not? What's going on here? And it's fantastic. The house itself is, oh my gosh, it's so awesome. So Home Before Dark definitely needs to be a movie. And the last one I have could be movie, could be like somewhat limited miniseries-ish. I don't know. It gets complicated, so it could be broken up into a couple different parts. But I'm going to say Kristen Hanna's Great Alone. This brings us to Alaska in all of its glory. So we have our main characters, Ernst and his wife, what's her name? Cora, and then their daughter Lenny. So Ernst he was in Vietnam and he came home with some pretty bad PTSD. Not really knowing what to do or how to deal with it, not really finding himself back at home, being successful. They decide to pick up everything and move to Alaska. That is his solution. It's going to be fantastic. Life is now going to be so much better. So they moved to Alaska in the summer, and things really are good. They're kind of living off the grid a little bit. They found a really good tight-knit community to live in, and things seem to really be working out. And then winter comes and it's dark and cold, very isolating, and things go from there. But I think this would be a gorgeous movie. Gorgeous movie. So those are my 5 books that I would love to see as adaptations. I mean, I'm sure this video will get around. I'm sure people will listen, and hopefully we see them soon. I think they'd be great. It is interesting how many books on my shelf have already been either picked up as to be made into movies or shows or whatnot. It's kind of fun to see that. So, and I'm always a firm believer in reading the book before seeing the movie. What do you guys feel? Read the book first, or watch the show, or watch the movie? Leave your comment below, let me know. Otherwise, head over to Sarah's channel and see what book she picked for today. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye.